Hey guys, welcome to a special. I'm going to call this the nerdy gritty. I'm going to say
Okay,
this is
just a special addendum to
yeah,
the nerdy.
to the nerdy,
I like it.
gritty.
I like that.
So welcome back to the nerdy gritty.
Hey,
where
how's it
we
going?
Delve deep into the details of pop culture. I am Dez,
I'm Fox.
and you can see us right now. Hi.
Hey, this is our faces. If you only listen
I'm
on Spotify or
so
something.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it makes it worse.
Yeah, if you're listening on SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever, you can hop over to YouTube and see our faces.
see our faces a lot on a lot of videos we've done in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
But Fox and I have decided to stop playing Death Stranding.
We were playing it. We played it for a while,
Right.
and I hated it.
It was
I didn't
okay.
hate it. I was
Yeah.
very interested in the story, but I hated the gameplay.
Yep. Yeah, the
And
gameplay was just
so
boring.
we decided to stop playing the boring gameplay and
Right.
play Luigi's Mansion instead. And we're going to start that tonight.
Yep.
But we are also going to
We wanna
here's
know
how
the
we're going to
story.
do this. We want to know the story. I have read through it several times almost to get understanding it. Dez has not read it at all. He has no idea really about like the end game or anything, or
I'm scared, guys.
or a lot of the details of the story that even I learned, even though we'd
Okay.
apparently witnessed these details that I'm about to tell you, and I just didn't get it.
I need you to answer one simple question.
Oh, there's no such thing as in Death Stranding as a simple question.
Is it stupider than Kingdom Hearts?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Cool.
No. It is not. That is not a high bar, though. I mean,
No, it's not. It's
Yeah, no,
that's
no,
a
no.
very low bar. And if
Yeah.
you were to say yes,
No, it's not stupider than that. But like, I actually appreciate some of it. I kind of like.
I mean, I
some
love
of it.
Kingdom Hearts, but
Sure, whatever.
I have a keyblade up there.
Yeah, there's. Yeah.
you see
Anyway,
the camera?
okay.
You can't.
So let me start us off here. So we got to, I would say, based on my story, I don't know how much gameplay is involved in some of these. I know at one point, our goal was to get all the way to the west coast of the United States. Then after that, at one point, we would have had to have gone all the way back to where we started.
That would have been halfway through the game.
No. Going back would have been like one quest.
Okay.
Like not like go back and also add
Like,
new
hit
stuff.
everything on the way. Yeah.
Here's your quest is getting back to where you started.
Got it.
So that could take a while. So depending on how much gameplay, story-wise, we were pretty far into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to, let's see, we got there about episode 7 of 13, and it seems as though the last 3 or 4 are purely story.
Okay.
Mostly, at least. Mostly, like, you might be doing some gameplay stuff, but it's a lot of cutscenes. That's where the real Hideo Kojima cutscene extravaganza would have happened. So anyway, so we got to a point where, remember, BB was needed surgery or whatever the crap. Something was happening
Needed
to
work.
it. Surgery, whatever actually was happening was it was getting like attached to the real world and actually growing and becoming more human-like.
Yeah.
And that was meaning that it wouldn't work as the tool it was supposed to be as well. So Deadman was took
Right.
BB, which meant I think we actually ended our gameplay on a mission without BB, right?
Yes.
Did we didn't get BB back.
No, we did not.
Yeah. Okay. So that helps me in one okay. So, eventually we would have gotten BB back. Let me get to a point actually where it's funny. Okay. There's a lot of little things that I want to just say, okay, so this was this and this was this, but I'm going to go through the main story first. And then there's some things that I want to explain.
Okay.
Like that we've already seen. So we would have gotten BB back. Deadman, it would have basically imprinted on Deadman. Like Deadman would have not seen it as just a like
A baby.
a
anymore.
baby or a tool
anymore,
to be used, but action as an actual person, and said I understand and gave it back, instead
Yeah.
of just hey, throw
Yeah.
this thing in the trash because it's garbage now. Oh, by the way, I'll do this a little bit well, probably a lot actually, little asides. Deadman is called Deadman. We learned this at some point that we haven't yet because he is not an actual human.
He's dead, man.
He was grown basically through stem cells.
Is that
Like,
why he has
in
the
a-
weird like
in a lab,
head scar?
And then actual pieces from like corpses were sewn into him for parts of him that didn't like grow well.
He's
So he's essentially
Frankensteinian?
Frankenstein's monster. He's essentially Adam himself.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a thing. It's really neither here nor there because it has no effect on anything. It's just kind of a thing. But that's true. So that's why they call him Deadman. That's the least crazy explanation of a name. I promise you that. You're gonna facepalm so hard at a certain point, and I'm
liked
excited.
Mama's story. I did like Mama's story.
Sure, it was fine. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if we got this, but Mama and so essentially what happens? Mama dies. What was her actual name?
Lockney was her sister.
Lockney was her sister, and
her name was Mildred Melodious.
Malingin. It was close to like malignant. Yeah. So anyway, she dies on arrival as a result of severing her ties with her BT. We saw that. We carried her. And her soul instead bonds with Lockney's. So that happened. They were together.
That's because you can hear her sister.
Right, essentially. Yeah. So we got that. Okay. So then we've gotten BB and continued back on our way. Reunion. Yep. Well, there would have been pretty much right after we got BB, there would have been another big chiral storm. Remember the hurricane thing? We would have fought Dad's Mickelson, whose name is Clifford Unger.
All right.
Sure. We would have fought him again in a World War II battle scene instead of World War I this time. There's an explanation of those two.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. You beat him, of course. You come back. Dead man understands BB's more than just a tool. Okay. Oh, and then there's another fight with him. With Dad's Mickelson. At that point, you grab his like dog tags off of him though in the fight before it ends. And so then you learn about who he is.
Do we know why we're like going back in time with him or whatever? Like,
yes.
Okay,
yeah.
We figured that.
I'll explain that.
Cool.
Like the whole like world changing to what it looks like. Yes, there is an explanation for that. I don't know how well you're going to accept it, but there is an explanation
so much
for
that we
these
just
things.
have to accept.
Exactly.
This.
100%. So anyway, you find out he was a U.S. Army Special Forces captain who served in Kosovo and Iraq.
Okay.
He was a soldier. So then we go visit Heartman. We actually meet up with him. I think we talked to him at one point.
We've talked to him a couple times.
We've talked to it a couple times. Okay, here's the big deal about Heartman is that he kind of explains to us what a beach is. A beach is a female dog. No, a beach is essentially a place between the world of the living and the world of the dead. It's the shore between the land and the sea, metaphorically. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't always have to look like a beach.
Oh, okay.
A beach is a term for just everybody's personal realm like that. People have their own realms. Again, it can change because reasons. That's why, like, when you fight Dad's Mickelson, that's his beach.
Oh.
You're fighting him in his realm between the living and the dead. And his
realm is World War I and World War II?
He's a soldier. It has something to do with, like, your religion. It has something to do with your worldview. It has, like, basically how you... there's a lot of, like, it just is that way.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it changes, apparently, also. There's also something when there's multiple people that die in a same place, though, like a battlefield, theirs can kind of connect and become that's why there were
shared beach.
That's why there were soldiers there that you would also have to fight.
Yeah.
So that just makes perfect sense, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, no. We're learning that. We're learning that.
What if when there were the mass explosions and the huge destruction of like a body, like when that first city, the Central Knot City or whatever,
Capital Knot
City, all of them that died there, did they all end up on a beach together too, or?
So a beach is generally people don't interact with their own. Is what it seems like.
Okay.
It's when you understand it better or when you have some sort of something interacting with you that allows you to
Why are there dead fish on our beach?
I don't know.
Why are there dead fish at all? Why is it when all the tar comes out of the ground, there are fish and crabs
I don't know
everywhere?
much about the tar. That one I still don't know. I do know why things explode. So apparently BTs contain antimatter. So then when they interact with a person, like come in contact with them, then the matter,
Yeah, matter and antimatter.
Then there's a big explosion. It's called annihilation is actually what the term is.
That's fair.
Yeah. So anyway, so you go meet Heartman. He tells you things about beaches. He knows a lot of this because here's a stupid, ridiculous thing. We learn that Heartman has a very close relationship with beaches. He dies every 21 minutes and for 3 minutes and then is revived.
Why? What?
I don't know that. It doesn't tell me that. I would assume it's like some kind of machine. He's like gets, zapped back to life or something before.
But is it on purpose? Like...
Yes, because he is it allows him to explore beaches 60 times a day for 3 minutes at a time in an effort to locate and reunite with his dead wife and child. So apparently maybe the beaches are shared, or you can just travel to other ones. I don't know. But see, I'm reading an explanation. I still don't get it. So anyway, at the time Sam meets him, he's been to the beach 218,000 times.
How? I mean, wouldn't he be brain dead by this point? When you're unconscious.
Look, here's the details that I don't know. We didn't actually see how this happens. Maybe it's just some weird magical thing that happens to him. I don't know. But yes, it doesn't make any sense.
He dies?
He dies.
21
minutes. How annoying would that get if you're like watching a movie? Like, you gotta explain to me what the last 3 minutes were, please. So anyway, let's see. A couple of deliveries and Chiral Network editions
later. Why 21 minutes?
So I don't know.
All right,
because that's how it is.
Reasons.
At one point, you did get an umbilical cord, an actual. It was given to you by. No, it was given to you. It's not a weapon, though that wouldn't be surprising. It was given to you by Dead Man. When he gave you back BB,
he's just like, here.
Hey, here you go. Okay, creep. Thanks. You need to stay away from me.
And you see the gif of Michael being like, he just accepted it.
It's a gift from a creep, and he totally took it. No, Heartman deduces that the cord, along with Mama's body, which you still have at this point, it's just a souvenir now, have cells infused with chiralium, giving them a connection to the beach and allowing them to escape the flow of time. You found out that the umbilical cord actually belonged to Bridget Strand.
Oh, isn't that your mom?
From way back when. There was Bridget, because Amelie was the one on the beach that you're going to.
Right.
Like trapped, basically.
Yeah.
On the coast, not on the beach. And Bridget was your mom.
Yeah.
Who died of cancer at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a huge thing. Like, Chapter 9, here's a huge revelation. There's something called an extinction entity. I think
is that the giant thing that we saw like at the very beginning?
I think that that comes in later.
Okay.
I think extinction entity was actually brought up by somebody at one point. Oh yeah, though Higgs already told us about this. Essentially, we find out that Bridget Strand was actually an extinction entity. An extinction entity, and this is the fiction put forth by the game. Obviously not real. Or maybe it is. We don't know the secrets of the universe. That there is you don't want that. Is a creature that, for whatever reason, basically has the power and the duty to bring an end to life itself.
A duty?
Essentially, that's like its goal, its purpose in life. So there have been up to this point 6 or 5 extinction entity. I think 5 at this point, and they were like a pterodactyl and just various creatures. And so Bridget Strand is actually the 6th one, the newest one, and it was her life's goal to bring an end to life itself.
So wait, who is giving them this purpose?
That's nobody knows. That's unexplained. It's just random universe thing.
How do you know that you're an
extinction entity? This is what we're told by Heartman. I think it's supposed to be like a biological imperative kind of thing. Like this is just the nature of who I am.
So you're telling me that she's like, I want to be president and kill every living thing on the planet.
There's a reason why she did all that. Is because, let's see. Sam finally reaches his destination on the West Coast and completes his goal of reconnecting America. It's at this point Higgs reappears with Amelie, applauding Sam on an unintentional job well done. Now with the Chiral Network in place, Higgs plans on using Amelie to merge all of mankind's beaches onto a single shore and trigger a final Death Stranding to bring on the 6th and most devastating extinction event. Which brings us to a big old boss fight.
Okay, wait, pause.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep. Ask me your questions that I don't know the answers to.
The most devastating extinction event. Isn't it like what's more devastating than an extinction event? Everything, literally everything dies.
Well, maybe it's just like the level of extinction, like how much of it how much of the world you're trying to destroy. I don't know.
It's not extinction if something survives.
Well, if a certain species goes extinct, it's not the same as the entire Earth going extinct.
So
Higgs, yes, I think that's actually, now that I think
the
about it.
pterodactyls were there to only kill other pterodactyls.
Well, essentially, I don't know. But apparently, let's see, after defeating Higgs, the giant BT that we saw at the beginning, that's what you would fight here. The massive giant one. I don't know how you'd beat that giant thing, but
you throw poop at it.
Throw a lot of poop bombs at that thing. Ow, just like little bee stings. Yes, stop it, gross. Let's see. Higgs runs off with Amelie to the beach, capital B.
The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep. Is that a movie?
It's bad. It is a movie, and it's not good.
There's a movie called Beaches, and that's starring.
No, that's an old movie though.
Yeah,
the 80s,
that's
right?
like the one that the song "You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings." That's where that comes from. So let's see. Fortunately, using Fragile's special power, Sam is able to follow them for one final fisticuff showdown in classic Hideo Kojima's.
Is it actual fisticuffs? Do they punch each other?
Yes, that happens in Hideo Kojima. Like, that's actually a thing that happens.
They have all the superpowers in the world, and they end up punching each other.
Well, I mean, Sam doesn't have any superpowers.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, but that actually happens in Hideo games where, like, at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, there's, like, this huge dramatic fist fight on top of a submarine, and it's just the most ridiculous
That's Metal Gear Solid 2
as well. Exactly.
Yeah.
It brings it back. It literally changes graphics, like, to have a callback. That happens a lot in 4, actually. So you finally beat up Higgs, and Sam rescues Amelie, and everything seems to be fine, except we got three more chapters of
something's wrong with Amelie. I'm calling that now. There's something wrong with Amelie.
I love that movie.
There's something wrong with Amelie.
There's a movie called "There's Something Wrong with Something," but
there's a sequel from "There's Something About Mary."
That's what it is.
There's something wrong with Amelie.
It goes from like she's this weirdo to an extinction entity.
Oh man, there's this beautiful girl. She's a little bit weird, but lovable all the same.
Also wanting to destroy the world.
The sequel is she wants to kill everybody.
Yeah, we need to stop her.
Honey, do you have any cereal? I'm gonna kill you all.
All right. Anyway, so we learn that Amelie and Bridget are the same person.
No, they're not.
Here it is. Amelie is the soul of Bridget. There is one extinction entity. Bridget is the physical version. Amelie is the soul. They both are aware of each other, and they are working together.
I guess we were kind of aware of that with Mama, because I guess her soul had passed on, but her physical body was still in this world.
So it's a thing that's possible,
right?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Trinity.
So Bridget and Amelie are the same entity, the extinction entity. Both of them have been working together to destroy the entire world. The physical version tasks Sam with connecting all of humanity, essentially, so that Amelie could use that connection to
kill everybody.
To bring, I think what it is to use everybody's connection into the chiral network to allow more BTs to flood the earth and essentially take it over, because BTs come through the beach.
And do they ever say why though? Does she ever stop and say like, I'm doing this because humans are a plague in the earth? Or
no, that's okay. An extinction entity is a biological imperative. It's a cosmic force, essentially.
So eat, drink, destroy the planet.
Essentially. Population control, whatever. Higgs is...
That's not population control. That's the ultimate population control.
Maybe it is. Because every time it's already happened, or it was supposed to happen, the problem is here that all of these other creatures actually became infatuated with life and wanted to continue living and did not do what they were supposed to do. Which is why there hasn't been a massive extinction event.
That's called living. You do. I don't think there's anything out there that's
this is the most
imperative.
unexplained part of the whole thing.
That sounds like a huge plot point, though.
It is. It really is. It really is. It's motivation for what... Yeah. Higgs is the one that wants this to happen because he hates humanity and wants to kill everyone.
Yeah.
He's trying to make this happen.
He a bad guy.
He really is. He's a bad man. Okay, so here let's learn some stupid things now. Everything else has been perfectly fine and understandable. Let's see. So there's still a matter of... Okay, yep, that's what it is. We learn that
Die Hard Man is off too, isn't he?
We got to learn about him.
Yeah.
Clifford, I told you this is going to take a while. That's why we couldn't just do
Dad's
it in a regular.
Mickelson.
Clifford, he had a wife. He was working in a lab with BBs, trying to figure them out, but didn't know what the experiments were about. He was just trying to like learn. He was basically funded by, I think, UCA, by Bridget to make to learn about the connection between the BBs and the bridges and all this. And then he learned that they were going to be used as a weapon, essentially, and tried to escape with the BB. We did see the vision of him getting shot. That was Die Hard Man was a soldier under the command of Clifford at one point when they were in the military. He refused. He was ordered to shoot. He was like working security or something. Ordered to shoot Clifford. Refused to. Bridget did it, and in that moment, actually shot both of them. Shot Clifford and
Die Hard Man.
No, and the BB.
Oh,
the BB.
Our BB?
No, different BB.
Okay,
different BB. Yeah, different one. The one we have is BB-28. This is a long time ago.
Got it.
So yeah, and then Die Hard Man goes on the run. Goes on the run because he's
Tower. Now he has a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
So basically, at one point, let me see where it is. Clifford appears on the beach along with Die Hard Man and Bridget Strand. How? Not really sure. They're all just there now. Cliff recognizes Die Hard Man and Bridget and demands his BB back. The whole time, Clifford has been trying to get
BB-28?
the BB that he was trying to escape with back. Turns out...
so he's basically hunting the real world for this BB.
So essentially, Bridget points to Sam, and then over to Sam because Sam has a BB, and Amelie shoves. Clifford is running towards Sam to attack him or whatever.
Right. And
Amelie shoves him off a cliff. He reawakens in the private room. It's time for Sam to head all the way back. I'm gonna give you some details that I really want you to know right now, even though it might be a little out of order. We find out that Die Hard Man was given the nickname Die Hard Man by Clifford in the military because he always seemed to survive.
Okay.
His actual name.
John McClane.
John Blake McClane.
Yes!
His actual name is John Blake McClane. And then he's nicknamed Die Hard Man. I am not joking. That's a real thing. It's the most on-brand Hideo Kojima thing.
That's so on the nose.
At least in what's it called?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Solid Snake nicknames himself Iroquois Pliskin at one point,
right?
Which just means Snake Plissken, but in a native tongue, and it's not just I'm Snake Plissken. But this guy's name is actually John Blake McClane.
Wow.
And so he's got his face covered, not because he was damaged or burned he said.
Because Bruce Willis is under there, and they didn't want...
No, he's just hiding his identity. Okay. Bridget never knew that it was actually the same person that disobeyed him. Even though he pretty much... I feel like she would have to know. But anyway...
want him to be right there at Bridget's deathbed to take his mask off and be like, yippee-ki-yay.
Mother F. Oh, yeah, that would be great. Okay. So, anyway, the BB that was shot can no longer serve basically dies, goes to the beach where Amelie is able to revive it. Amelie is the soul and lives on the beach. That's where she exists. She revives it and adopts it, and that's Sam.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The BB that we are seeing we're seeing Cliff in those visions. We are not seeing that BB-28's memories. We are seeing our own. Sam is the one seeing all these things with Cliff happen. He's not his son. He's just an experiment that he's been working on.
Okay. I have so many questions. Question number 1.
Okay.
If Amelie is just a soul that lives on the beach, how does she reveal herself to us via like in the real world.
We have a connect because she on the beach like basically saves Sam from dying.
No, I understand that, but
Right.
like she can like digitally show herself. Like other people are aware of her. She talks to a room of people.
Sure, the Chiralium network.
That
We can see into the beaches. That's a standard thing.
okay.
We have experiments. Hartman goes there 60 times a day. It's
That's
not
true. Okay,
it's not
that's
the
fair.
weirdest thing for us to go to understand a beach. She is the one who makes Sam a repatriate.
So
Gives him the ability to come back.
number 2.
Yes. That's one of the bombs that you use.
We were a BB.
We were.
We were shot.
We were shot by by Bridget.
Died.
Died
Amelie intercepted us at the beach.
at the beach.
Because she was at our beach for some reason.
I think maybe the beach is a general shared thing, or she has the ability to travel between them. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
And stops us.
Yeah.
And she's like, go back to that bullet-ridden baby.
No. I don't know exactly what
How
happens
does she
right there.
mend our physical body?
Hold on. Come on, internet. Come on, internet. So we have a stomach scar. I don't know if you've seen that. That's because that's basically
Right,
where we were
where the
shot
bullet-
as a baby. As a BB. So I think. Oh,
She just wishes really hard.
she sends our soul into the basically saves us, and Bridget raises us. The same person.
No, I understand that.
Yes.
How is our physical body, the one with the bullet hole in it?
She has the ability to do that.
She can.
She's an
Okay,
extinction entity. Just let it happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Back in the present, Sam travels to the beach. Let's see. Yeah, Amelie and Bridget are the same. Yep, got all that. Sam's given a choice. The sixth stranding has already begun. That's the extinction event, or it's the sixth stranding. I think this is the difference between what has happened before. So there have been strandings. Dinosaurs were wiped out. There have been extinction events in history.
Right.
This is supposed to be one that's so big, it's actually called the last stranding, where the entire world is stranded between the living and the dead, and BTs take over, essentially.
The Last Stranding's a really good
I
name.
love the Last of Us stranding. So anyway, you get the choice to basically let's see. The sixth stranding has already happened. Does he sit back and watch it happen, or does he cut his bond from Amelie and stop her from achieving her goal? Turns out it's a bit of a fake choice. You can't kill Amelie, though you can watch the last. You can basically just watch it happen. You can decide to let the last stranding, then you get a continue screen. Then you go back.
Got it.
And you choose to not shoot Amelie, which was a thing. You choose to hug her instead. And the power of that human connection, Sam choosing to hug somebody and have that contact.
Oh, because he
doesn't like that.
That's right.
And he has that connection to Amelie. Essentially, what she decides is, no, I won't do this. I will continue to live a perpetual existence here, stuck on the beach without anybody. Because that's really what her existence is. Because she's just a soul. So anyway, let's see. Amelie doesn't really want to bring on extinction. Trapped as she is in her role, she actually approaches young Sam and insists he stop her when the time is right. This happens way back when we hadn't seen this. He's the only one who can, because he's a repatriate, I guess. And has, sure. But she knows extinction is an inevitability, and eventually the thought of waiting on the beach however many hundreds of thousands of years gets to her. So that's why she's like, I'm going to do this. And we stop her by connecting with her.
So when an extinction event would have taken her out too?
It would have, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I look, man, I don't really know. Yeah, there's a lot of, to me, it's like the whole AI thing in like Detroit Become Human, where it's like, I don't fundamentally accept this idea of true AI, of actual intelligence coming from a machine. So all of this is really lost on me. It's kind of the same here. It's like this, you haven't really explained this to me, and there's some really important things I need to actually accept to be true for this to make sense to me. But let's see. Oh, yep. After the world-saving hug. That's a thing.
The hug heard around the world.
Sam wanders the beach listening to Amelie Bridget's whole story. Eventually he's rescued and brought back to the world of the living thanks to the combined efforts of Hartman, Lockney /Malignan, Deadman and Fragile, who manages to track down Sam thanks to the revolver that Die Hard Man brought into the beach, which contains Sam's own blood in the hematic rounds. Sure, that's how.
Cool.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
So basically, after the game's over, aftermath, Die Hard Man becomes the new president of the UCA. Fragile decides to bring back Fragile Express. She does not go under the rule of the UCA, but she vows to work close together with them. Fragile also reveals she never shot Higgs, but instead let him spend eternity on the beach. So now he's stuck in eternity in between the dead and the living. She offers Sam a job, but he decides to not and wants to remain a lone wolf. Deadman returns BB back to Deadman brings BB back to Sam, but Lou, which we learned is the name of the BB, unfortunately is dead.
Aww.
Deadman gives the news that to prevent a void out, Lou will need to will be incinerated like any other corpse. So the last actual mission you do is bring Lou to an incinerator.
That sucks.
However,
Deadman
heavily implies to Sam that Lou could be taken out of the pod just to see what happens. And so you're putting her on, putting Lou on the thing, and you basically, let's see. He also warns Sam that it'd be in direct violation of UCA's orders to do that. He then disconnects Sam's cufflinks from the UCA, and so explaining that Sam can now remove them if needed, thereby disappearing off of UCA's radar. He's a true lone wolf, not even being seen by the UCA. So basically you bring Lou to the incinerator. You start the process of incinerating Lou, but grabs Lou at the last second. You remove the cufflinks. You revive Lou, of course. Lou doesn't. That would be the worst ending of all time.
Yes, it would.
After the struggle, let's see. They will go to live on as father and daughter.
Aww.
The post-credit scene, Sam naming BB Louise. Lou's a girl.
I like it.
And that's the end of the very good game Death Stranding.
So Sam and Fragile don't end up together or anything?
No.
Okay. Because in my brain, I pictured it like that scene in The Shining where, like, she comes out and her face is all beautiful, but then he looks in the mirror and it's like this old lady in the back. Because that's essentially what Fragile looks like now. But
is it?
Remember? Because she got her face covered and then she got sent out to the time fall. Yeah.
Wait, no, that happened. That was a flashback.
Right.
Yeah.
So
now she looks normal. Like she doesn't
from the neck up. Her body
that's why she wears
back
that.
to normal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
anyway, that's Death Stranding.
Makes perfect sense.
You need to read the thing. I probably did a terrible job explaining. I probably forgot some stuff.
I got a good feeling.
But I gave no.
It's
it's fine enough. I didn't leave out anything, and a lot of stuff maybe I could understand it better, but it also is nonsense. A lot of it,
yes,
like the whole extinction event thing, extinction entity thing doesn't. Why is this a thing?
That's so weird.
Yeah. So.
Well,
that's Death Stranding.
Thanks. I'm glad we don't have to play it.
Yeah, no, we're done with this game.
Yeah.
We're done with this game.
Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know what you think.
If you watch this, wow, why?
Because they watched us play most
That's
of
fair.
it.
Yeah, this is the end of our... This serves as the rest of our
This
Death
is literally
Stranding
the end of Death Stranding.
Stay tuned for Luigi's Mansion.
We'll see you guys.
Where the final boss will be another extinction entity. You gotta suck them in a vacuum.
More BTs on the beach.
We're just going to another ghost fighting
game.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it is.
It's the same thing. What is this boring game suck?
Luigi's Mansion by Hideo Kojima.
It's like the Wes Anderson like versions of movies that you see trailers for.
Exactly.
Just the Hideo version.
We need you to take this body and incinerate it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
What would Luigi's poop bombs look like? Would they be green?
Oh no!